What's the miles?
Hold on.
I don't know.
200.
Dude.
So 50% of that's 100.
Listen.
We do 100%.
We're doing 100%. It's 200 miles.
That's right.
Bro.
It's alright, I forget every week that we don't use caution.
I have run leagues. Between Giggity and what was Cringe and then now GC Sports, I've done leagues for like 3 full years as CEO. This is my first time getting a pole in my own fucking league. I'm stoked.
Really?
Yeah.
God, you suck.
Well, I don't ever get the pole because I'm always the guy out front pulling everyone around.
Alright, let me know when to start the broadcast.
As soon as you want. We're going green in 2 minutes.
Alright, starting.
And my stream's up, not that you guys need it.
Good evening, everyone in internet land. I am Brinkerhoff17, and I am joined by more than a few. I have Gator Mike. This is where you say
What's
hello.
up, everybody?
I have P. Cola Gator.
Hello.
There it is. And, of course, your daddy and mine, Aqua Taddy.
Hey, hello.
But Taddy, you're not going to stay with us. You're gonna vamoose when the race starts.
No, I'm going to stay here. I was actually going to go in a different chat, but with you guys having an issue with, like, Gator Mike might not make the whole thing, so I figure I'll stay up in here and help you all out.
That's quite all right. I appreciate it. I like when you're around. So, it's Tuesday night, so that means GC Sports is going to be racing 100% truck races. We have a heck of a lineup in these races on Tuesday nights. It's a pleasure to have you guys in the booth with me. And whenever we get going, that'll be great. We are missing a superstar performer in the series tonight. He has decided, or maybe forces that he cannot control, but Private Patton, the driver of the 21 truck, which I'm trying to scroll and find right now, is going to miss tonight's race, which is going to effectively eliminate him from post-season contention. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The guy you've been watching the last few weeks win race after race will not be racing for a championship. Oh. But he knew the rules when he came in. He missed a number of races that he wasn't supposed to miss. Again, can't control things sometimes, but those are the rules, and that's what's going to happen. So RJ Smitty is the driver of the 3 truck. He is effectively now your front runner to win the championship, in this humble broadcaster's opinion. Anybody want to agree or disagree with that?
It's not going to be easy for RJ Smitty. Yeah,
You guys can accept.
He kind of becomes the favorite. Go ahead and go blue screen and accept. I'll come back to that.
Couple it down.
Just let me know when you're...
All right, we are loading into the EcoBoost Ford 200. Or the Ford EcoBoost 200. It's 200 miles around this 1.5 mile oval in Homestead, Florida, just south of Miami. Homestead was in the news when I was a kid because it was the direct hit of Hurricane Andrew in 1992. And then a few short years later, they erected this wonderful racing facility. I should be looking at a Fanatec screen right now. I hear the crowd. Here we are. The nice teal walls of Homestead in your view. Waiting for the green flag to drop.
Coming to the green, driver.
Here we come out of turn 4 to get the green flag. Your pole sitter, the double zero of Aqua Taddy. In the booth with us now, leading the field down the straightaway into turn number 1 for the first time here on Tuesday night, GC Sports and the Ford EcoBoost 200. 2 by 2 they go into turn number 1. The outside pole is the number 30 of Mo Power. Mo Power what? I forget which Mo Power that was. Mo Power Disaster. And he's going to get past, looks like down low with the number 98 of Country Caliber, who qualified 3rd. And just behind him is the number 32 of Probably Your Dad.
Yeah, Country Caliber is going to be the driver that I'm watching tonight. Ran some pubs with him earlier, and seems like he's really got a knack for those inside tracks. Keep an eye on that yellow and silver number 98 with his good starting spot there in 3rd place. But we got to fight for the lead already.
Yeah, Mo Power Disaster is going to go low on your Pulsar Aqua Tatty coming out of turn number 2. Oh, yeah, turn number 2. We got to spin. The 23 is up in the air, and he gets collided with a few times. The 45, the 23, the 44, the 68. All involved here in the early on. The 23 is on his side, up against the inside wall of the back straightaway, and actually, I think he is now out of the race. Nope, I stand corrected. He is right there in turn number 3. Going back up to speed.
Well, that's going to essentially ruin their stage 1. Don't expect to get any points there, but positives, they didn't get any damage from that. We don't run damage here, so they aren't going to be slower on speed. They'll be able to stay on the lead lap, and they can still fight for things here once stage 2 rolls around. But it's going to be a nice, long, solo stage.
Right, please.
The pleasures of sim racing. You don't have to pay for the damage. You don't even have to have damage. Aquatati is still your leader. He is taken to the high side here in the early going. He has Country Caliber just behind him. There's Lakey T, number 16. You see Mopower Cowboy at the tail end of this first pack. A little bit of a lag, it seems like turning, but maybe it'll fix itself. There's T-Bird at number 15, uncharacteristically kind of back in the pack right now. But like Gator Mike said, it's just the early part of the race. No need to really push it. Let's just survive, stay on the lead lap, and get to learn our truck.
Yeah, this is these guys right now are just on the basic sliders that they chose. They haven't made any adjustments to these things yet. So these things are not going to handle to their liking just yet. So stage 1 is a really good time to be able to just ride, kind of survive. But as we saw last night, Homestead is a track. It's going to look a lot like Daytona and Talladega at times. These guys were 2, 3 wide, many rows deep last night. So I expect a lot of the same as Taddy is now trying to stretch out his lead just a little bit.
Has not relinquished the lead yet here in the early going. Something about Miami or Homestead that I personally like and also can dislike is how many different ways you could get fast around this track. You can be fast if you go in late. You can be fast if you go in early. The 98 is inside spinning. Not sure what happened there. I just saw him get out of shape out of turn 2. He's going to lose the front pack. But as I was saying, if you take an early line, say you let go your gas a little earlier, you'll be able to fire through the turn and have a longer straightaway, so to speak. But there are those that will drive it deep into the turn and be nearly as fast. Goodbye, Picola.
He should be back. He was having some issues. But Homestead is a track, which we have some contact with that. Looks like Spanker might have got involved in that. But
yeah, we heard that. We didn't see it.
Homestead is a track where there's really 2 distinct lines here. You got the line around the bottom, which by yourself is going to be probably the faster lane. There's also the lane around the top, where if you're in a pack or if you're trying to pass somebody, that may itself be the faster lane. So these guys can set their trucks up and run either lane. I myself prefer the bottom, and it looks like most of these guys here are choosing to run the bottom. But it does provide for some great racing here in this Model M.
Multi-lane racing, it surely does. The former home of the NASCAR Cup Championship. They've now since moved it to Phoenix International Raceway. But this was the home to many a pleasure if you're a Jimmy Johnson fan in the last 20 or so years. Today it is owned by the GC Sports Trucks. Aquatati in bunch, OJ Smitty in second, Mo Power Disaster in third. Probably your dad. He has fallen back. He must have been part of one of those earlier skirmishes who no longer is in the front of the field.
Yeah, you mentioned RJ Smitty right there in second. Right before we loaded in, I was talking about the championship implications and how Private Pat's going to miss this, and this making RJ Smitty the front runner. So just to expand upon that, RJ Smitty probably is considered the front runner right now for this title, but it's not going to be easy for him. There are still plenty of drivers out there that can give him that challenge. Coming into tonight, probably your dad is the points leader. Country Caliber, Aquatati, T-Bird, they are all solid drivers in their own right. So just because Private Pat is not going to be able to fight for the title does not mean RJ Smitty can slack off in any way.
Well said, my partner, well said. It is going to be an exciting run down the stretch. How many races do we have left? Some of the viewers may be wondering.
Oh, we've got 2 left in the regular season after tonight. Next week, we're going north of the border to Canadian Tire, and then we're going to have a wild card race after that to end the regular season. And then it's playoff time, so 2 more races, and 3 including tonight before playoff.
Awesome. Everybody, please stay tuned. Tuesday nights, in my opinion, have been one of the better nights to watch some racing midweek. I know you have a lot of leagues and streams you could choose from. iRacing, NASCAR Heat, Project Cars, and F1. We're happy that you chose us and you're hanging out here with us tonight. Aquatati has not given away the lead yet. The 38 looks like he may be pitting as he went down low to signal on the back straightaway. He's going to lose a spot or two while doing that.
He looked like he got a little bit loose there coming off of turn 2.
It came out of the side of the screen, so I wasn't sure if he had gotten loose or if he was actually going to... I thought it might have been a little early for a pit stop, but nonetheless, he loses 2 positions.
Last night, if anybody was able to tune in for that, the drivers in stage 1 ended up staying all the way out and running their tires out and taking 2 at the ends. And that's what ended up being the winning stage strategy. So I think you're going to see a lot more of that tonight as well, as these top 5 have really broken away from the rest of the field. So let's see who plays some cat and mouse here.
They really have, and I wanted to make comment. Blakey T here, he did not qualify near the front. I can't remember exactly where, but it was not in the top 5. And now he sits 4th right now. And as this field is broken away, it's fairly impressive to see the 16 truck up there with them. Not in his skill level. We know his 16 drives near the front often, but he, again, did not start in the top 5 tonight.
Yeah, Blakey T's had to pass a few trucks here tonight, and he has found himself in a really good spot. It looks like it's just going to be a 5-truck battle for the stage win at this point, even though it's still early on. They've got such a huge gap over the rest of the field. It's going to be hard for anybody else to even come close to being able to challenge.
See those people who may be the ones to come close. I think the 13 might be one of the closest. Nope, I stand corrected. The 88 of Justin Hackett is in 6th place. He is leading this second group of cars. We'll take a look back from him. There you see the 15 of T-Bird, as we normally see as a front runner. The 74 of Old. Is that Old?
Outside. Right? Outside.
It looks like our leader, Aquatati, is going to be the first to hit pit lane here.
T-Bird is also going to hit pit lane from the second pack.
Looks like he's elected to try to short pit this thing and see what happens.
How many laps are we in right now?
Let me pull up a stream.
All right, halfway this
I apologize. I got a new... One of the reasons I was late today was I was busy getting a new phone.
I've had my Snapchat open for the last hour, so I need to go pull up the stream here.
That's halfway through the run, just so you know.
Halfway through stage 1.
There's 30 laps in stage 1, so we completed 15. We're coming to 15 to go.
The 88's going to pit. The old guy 24 is going to take position from him. 88, the 02 is also going to pit. That is Blaney Fan 0422.
You're clear of pit road.
The 98 is also in. That's Country Caliber. You saw him up front, but then he had a little trouble getting into the wall, and here he is in the second group of cars.
So Aquatati still has been the only leader to pit. The top 4 are still right here in the front. And I think by them staying out this many laps, they're going to do that strategy as we saw last night, do the 2 tires at the end of the run. Just my thought process here. RJ Smitty, he's in such a good spot right now. He can afford to do that.
He is your leader. He has the 38 and 8 just behind him a little ways as he's kind of separated from that. Or just stay out just another lap. He's going to go, it seems he's going to go the distance all the way through his gasoline.
That was a great lap.
Top 4 are kind of stretching out a little bit as these tires age. That 38 truck in the back is really, really loose. I've been keeping an eye on him. It looks like this time he is going to pit. Can't hold on for any more laps in that 38, so expect no power disaster to hit pit lane right here. And there he comes.
Who's
That
coming?
leaves
Mo
the top
Power
three.
Disaster.
Yep, Mo Power Disaster. So that leaves RJ Smitty, Blakey T, Mo Power Cowboy still on the track here.
Good run by Mo
Asher
Power
leads
Cowboy up here.
Yeah, definitely. Haven't mentioned his name, but he's been there the whole time.
I apologize, I'm trying to bring up the screen as well on my brand new iPhone 12.
I'm still rocking a 10, and I have no reason to change it. I have not broken the screen, cracked the screen, nothing. It's still in like new condition. So.
Not that our viewers care about our cell phones, but I was rocking an 8 for the longest time, and now I finally got a new phone, so it was good.
I do kind of skip generations, though. I went from a 6 to an 8 to a 10, and I don't know. I still haven't gotten to 12, but I guess it's because I've made this 10 last so very long. It's still in pristine shape.
You'll get a 15 when the time comes.
Yeah, maybe.
Speaking of 15, there's T-Bird making a pass on your friend and mine, Butters, 1978. 73. Driving that beautiful number 17 truck. The Evo B will also make a move below Butters. RJ Smitty has not pit yet. Alcatati, who was your first guy to pit, he is in 10th. So your top 9, he's in 9th now. So the top 8 are still to pit. Those include names like SMK Sludge, Mo Power Cat. The 3 cars you see leading are RJ Smitty, Blakey T, and Mo Power Cowboy. And a few others.
Looks like Blakey T might come down pit lane this time by.
Let's make sure he's the low guy here in this situation. And sure enough, you are right. Here he comes, alone down pit road. Not that really matters here. It's not a place. The draft does do something, but you don't necessarily need it to make passes or catch cars.
You don't need it, but it certainly helps.
Right.
That's for sure. That draft last night, it was incredible. It looks like our last 2 leaders here are going to come down pit lane right now.
Indeed they are. That's RJ Smitty in number 3, and the number 8 driven by Mo Power Cowboy. Here they come. We're going to switch it to Aquatati here on your screen in the 00. We're going to do so because we assume he'll gain the lead once he goes by.
I'm actually expecting those guys that did those last stop to probably do a 2-tire deal, so I would expect the 3 to probably still come out as the leader.
Gotcha. Actually, Blakey T is ahead of you as he came out of pit road by 4 or so seconds, but he is in 4th. There are still 3 guys who haven't pitted. Team Mo Power Cowboy is now pitting. Old guy 24. I'm not sure if he came down pit road yet. He's coming down now. Him and Mo Power Cowboy are coming down pit road are coming off of pit road, I should say. They did do 2 tires. Blakey T's going to go by them, but your pole sitter, Uncle Tatty, it looks like he's going to be a little bit behind still. So that's the strategy. Pit early and take 4, or pit later and take only 2. There, RJ Smitty is in front of these 4. Good job by old guy 24 to get from the top 10 into the top 5.
5 to go. 5
Must
to
have
go.
had his son there give him a couple tips for this race.
My kid's coming downstairs.
So RJ Smitty does maintain the lead after that round of pit stops. He did elect to take that 2-tire strategy that we saw a lot of the leaders do last night. And he is going to maintain the top spot here as he looks to clinch another stage victory here this season. Behind him, though, is Blakey T right there in 2nd place, 16 truck, and Mo Power Cowboy in 3rd. So that's the way they came into the pits, that's the way they came out. pretty equal gap between the top three. Just a handful of laps remaining here. I believe we're at 3.
Yeah, that was 3 to go.
3 to go here in stage number 1. The Ford EcoBoost 200 GC Sports YouTube Network. Tuesday night slider truck series. Here at Homestead Speedway. RJ Smitty seems to be stretching that gap just a little bit as he has 2 to go.
Right side.
Blakey T trying furiously to run him down.
Clear all around.
But just don't see that happen.
You're almost out of gas.
Aquatati did elect to take 4 tires on his pit stop and try to use those to gain those track position back. However, it looks like he's going to come up just short here on that strategy. But it's still early on here in stage 1
All right, let's
in
go.
this
White
race.
flag.
So it doesn't hurt to try anything here in stage 1. Still come home with a respectable stage finish here inside the top 5.
Yeah, to go with what you were saying, Gator, I knew that the 2-tire strategy was probably going to be the best one, but I also know that you can't always get your whole pit adjustment in, so I went for the comfortability over the rest of it. I kind of just wanted to get my whole setup in now, so I don't really have to worry about it later on.
RJ Smitty crossed the line there. He's going to win stage number 1 tonight.
Sorry about that, fellas. I am back. I apologize.
RJ Smitty, your stage 1 winner.
Yes, sorry. I had the camera on. I'm there at the end, but I apologize for my abrupt departure.
Now,
Kids.
stage 2 is going to be very interesting. Last night, we saw a lot of the drivers try to save some fuel and make it the entire stage. That did catch a few drivers out and put them a lap down last night.
Total left in the race is 104 laps. Your top 5 was the 3 of RJ Smitty, the 16 of Blakey T. Go up, Aquatati, I'm reading yours.
I sent it in the broadcast chat, the top 10.
Gotcha. Low Power Disaster was 3rd. 4th was Aquatati, and 5th was Old Guy 74.
Great job there from Old Guy getting the top 5 on the stage.
I stand corrected, there's Low Power Cowboy in 4th, not.
Starter has the green flag in his hand. Be ready.
Justin rounds out your top
Be
10.
quick.
Start of stage number 2. RJ Smitty and Blakey T will lead the field into turn number 1. Low Power Cowboy and Aquatati follow in
Stay in
suit.
line. Hold your line.
16 takes a bit of a high line there early on, but he's going to have to lose a little ground to the 3.
Now, you're going to see here pretty early on who's going to try to save this stage. You got to save 3 laps of fuel to be able to make it with no stops here in stage 2. So you're going to see early on who's going to try that and who's not.
So far, looks like everybody
Got
is
one up top.
in the
Nobody out
pack.
back.
No one's doing much of
Clear. No pressure
here.
from behind. Got
Probably
one
your
outside
dad is
now.
in the best position to lead up because he's at the tail end of this pack in the 32
Right
truck.
side.
And he wanted to start saving, like you said. What's
Clear to
that?
the right.
We were 3 wide for second place there. Things are getting hairy at the front of the
Yes,
field.
you are. The 38 was high, but he's back out of it, and we're back to side by side here going to turn number 2. And Blakey T has taken over the lead.
Left side
And
to
he's
clear.
not shy about
Got one
it.
outside
Maybe the
now.
3 is considering saving, but he didn't really fight for the lead. He's been staying low. In fact, he looks like he's letting
From the
everybody
outside.
go by.
Outside.
Little by little. He's not really fighting to get up there. He's just letting everybody get around
Still
him.
there.
Outside here, especially 24 is now.
Clear outside. Right side.
Yeah, RJ Smitty here, he's staying low out of the way. Not as fast as some of these guys on the straightaways. He might be electing to try to save that fuel.
Still there.
If you don't save that fuel and you do try to just race this out, you put yourself in a very dangerous situation. Dangerous being, you don't have cautions in this series.
Still there.
So you don't have the chance of a free pass other than at this stage end. But if you're the second truck one lap down, your night is essentially over.
We are on the roof of Blaney X89. He is behind Butters 1973 is that. I'm not sure, but if Blaney is saving behind him, I think we can get into it real quick. Behind him is the 32 of Probably Your Dad. He is clearly saving to be this far back so early. And behind the 32 is nobody. It appears. There might be one guy back there. SMK Sludge is the last guy. He's in last place of everyone who still remains in the race. He is clearly trying to save. So there we go. At least 3 trucks. RJ Smitty, 2 of SMK Sludge, and the 68 of Blaney X89. And possibly Butters and, who did I mention just before?
Stay to your left.
Yeah. The chess match is in full swing right now.
Definitely.
All clear.
AGT is not saving. He is just leaving.
Yeah, he's not saving anything. He's going for it. As is Disaster there in second place. Evo in third. Cowboy fourth. They are not saving at all. They are riding this thing out.
Uncle Caddy may just be casually saving. There in 6th place. Saving his bumpers anyway.
Hey, 5th place.
It is much easier if you have a wheel shifter to be able to save you. On the controller, it is incredibly difficult to be able to save you, especially at a track like Homestead. So some of these guys in the front, if they're on controller, it might just be a better option for them to try to race it out and see where their car's hold, see where they lay at the end of the stage versus trying to save it. You're going to lose a lot of time trying to save it.
You are probably right. You are not one I would want to argue with very much.
Not that long.
You agree one more time anyway.
That's not the first time I've heard that.
The 23 truck, he is back up into the top 10 after that bad start to stage number 1. He's just behind Fever in the 15. And that Jimmy Johnson throwback scheme.
Stay low, stay low.
He's in 8th place. The 8th place with T-Bird in 7th. 9th place is the 02 of Blaney Fan, and 10th place, Old Guy 24, who was the 5th place truck at the end of stage number 1. Driving the Mike Harmon colors today. Justin Hackett. Oh, go ahead.
I'll say I'm still up here in this front group, and just as you were about to mention, Justin's right up here with these guys. This is the highest he's been tonight, made up a lot of ground right now, currently riding in 6th position. So he's giving that 88 truck a really good wheel here tonight.
Well said. I was just going to mention the same thing. Yeah, Justin Hackett, we've seen him up front a bunch of times. Some things have happened to him, like at Michigan, he was running well, and then it was at Water Club. And, you know, he got caught up something late, and it kind of screwed up his top 5 finish. But don't be surprised if you see Justin Hackett make a battle for the lead at some point here in the race.
Yeah, he's a very talented driver, but he might have the worst luck of anybody in the entire field. But right now, sitting in a really good spot here in 6th place.
I'm going to have to take another 2-minute hiatus, guys. I'll be right back.
Let me know who you leave it on.
I'm going to leave it on your leader and number 3 truck.
Gotcha.
No, not the 3 truck, the 16 truck. There he is, like you think, in the lead. Full power disaster behind him.
So yeah, Blakey T right now is your leader here tonight at Homestead. He has led, I think, almost every lap here of stage number 2. He shot off really well there on that restart here to begin stage 2, and is trying to just maintain that gap as the guys fought behind him. They've since gotten single file kind of stretched out. You've got some guys kind of saving in here, but Low Power Disaster trying to run him down to 2nd place. Hasn't really made too much ground up on him, but he's still within striking distance. I try to get around that Disaster. There he is. And he's got the Low Power teammate right there behind him. Low Power Cowboy pushing him down the straightaway. trying what they can to catch Blake T as he fights with some lap traffic. I believe that's sludge. It is sludge. So your outdoor winter sludge is a lap down here early on in stage number 2. Might have to do some kind of strategy play to get that lap back.
I think he's already pit.
Interesting.
I seen there's been 2 trucks
That might be
embarked
his
on that
strategy
pit
play.
road.
Pit early. Freezing out here right behind you, leader. As Blake T, he's either signaling or he's blocking the advance. He's got 2 truck down the back straightaway. Find out right now. He's just blocking the 2 truck. You got a Toyota out front, leading 3 Fords here in the top 4 trucks. Octaddy sitting back there in a Chevrolet in 5th. Got Justin and the Ford still in 6th place. Blake T fighting really hard with this lap truck. Notice they make some contact going into corner number 3.
Right side, clear all around.
Sludge is going to be able to get around your leader here to get that lap back on the high side. So put him back on the lead lap in the number 2 truck. That does allow Cowboy to get right up on the back bumper to fight for this lead here with Blake T. Got a really good run off of corner number 2. Took a peek there down the back straightaway. Not enough to be able to get there.
All right.
Thing again.
Top 3, use it as
Sorry for that, guys.
Yeah, we got a fight for the lead here, Brink, with Blakey and Cowboy, who's really pressuring that 16 truck.
And they're coming up on those back markers who are saving fuel and tires for this second run. That's a Sludge in the 2.
Yeah, Sludge is already pit. He just got back around the leader to get back on the lead lap.
Gotcha.
Oh, Cowboy just lost out of 2.
He did. That was not a pit signal for sure. Didn't
Great
use that
save,
much
though.
time. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's still
great
in second.
save. That truck looked like it was gone.
And his buddy Mo Power Disaster is behind him in 3rd.
10 to go. Outside, outside. All clear, all clear. No pressure from behind. Stay low, stay low. Hold your line. All the way to the
Mo
left.
Power Swift.
That's calming things down here in the front.
Yeah.
Cowboy was really pressuring the 16, but with that mistake, it's kind of calmed back down here.
They gotta come back down. We're gonna go through the field again. Here's Mo Power D Smith. We mentioned him yesterday in the 34 truck. Riding mid-pack behind the 74 old guy. Old guy going underneath the 02, I believe, of Rainy Fan. Oh, that ran on the 24. Excuse the black truck. Oh, the 02 looks like something happened to him as he is slow. Now going backwards on the track.
Yeah, it looks like he had some contact with the 88 there coming out of corner number 2. And
He was taking it real easy
he
getting
caught
back
the
on.
inside wall.
Hellraiser 38, I haven't mentioned his name yet today. Here he is racing with the, looks like a 45 truck. That's Brian SP in the 45.
Field all spread out right now. Drivers are trying all sorts of different strategies. We've already had some guys pit, some guys trying to save. There's still some guys that have yet to pit, so it's all spread out. It's going to be very confusing here at the end of stage number 2.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to go through some screens. I'm going through, it was nice to try the Patton was in the race because his screen, he was always on the
All
standing.
clear.
I know Uncle Patty's in 4th.
16 has come to pit road.
Your leader is going down pit road. Those two may have retired from this race. You see them on pit road there. Low Power Cowboy has assumed your lead. He's following the number 2 truck, SMK Sludge, who is the tail end of the lead lap.
5 laps to go.
No problem, buddy. Justin Hackett, who's just behind the 00 Rocket Patty here. I believe that is for position.
Yes, it is.
So as you see, has rejoined the field. He is just ahead of the 00. A lap down for now. Here's Butters in the number 17. He's just ahead of RJ Smitty. Underneath the 68 of Blaney 89. I stand corrected, the Blaney fan 0422, the 02 is back on the track. He is not out of the race. 13, the Evo B, he's near the top 5, if not in it right now. We've seen him race near the front end, getting into some trouble. Not on his own making in the past.
Hey, real quick, we were talking about the fuel strategy. That right there is 3 laps to go, so anybody that does not pit this time by has no intentions of pitting, and that really only gives the leader that option.
Clear outside.
Gotcha. The 68 looks like he has also retired from the race. We saw him down low, and now he's on pit road. He is out. 44, heavy duty 420. He's coming up on Hellraiser, the number 87. Brian SP just behind them, and these 2 trucks are running down the 15 of T-Bird and the 13 of Evo B.
The leader is on pit road. The 38 has stayed out.
We will go to the 38 of No Power Disaster. That is Blazing T in the front of him, but that is not for position. He would put him a lap down if the 38 was to Blazing T. And you have how many laps remaining out there?
38's going to the white flag lap right now, or of the stage.
All right.
Bring
So
her
when
in.
he crosses the line, only one more to go for stage number 2. "21 cars started this race tonight.
Last lap, this time by.
Trying to juggle some things on and off track right now.
I feel you. We're getting,
Pardon me if I got to step away here.
That's okay. My household is busy too.
Hanging in there as long as I can.
So the 38, he's at the 00 just behind him. That is for position. Oh, is it you guys fast?
No, this is for the stage one.
Yeah, you guys are running for the win here. The 38 might be running low on fuel.
Clear
I'm
outside.
out, already sputtering for the stage one.
The 00 sputtering, but he's gonna pass for the lead. And
00 sputters across the line for the stage win.
2 guys sputtering, but they made it. And Uncle Patty's gonna come victorious here in stage number 2.
Taddy saved just enough.
So care more than Mo Power Disaster. Good job to both of you, though.
Old guy,
Find that any better.
hey,
That
old
was
guy
just
third
perfect.
in the stage with Brian SP 4th in the stage.
Wow, some shockers there up in the front.
Yeah,
That's
good
really
job,
going to shake up
fellas.
this running field.
Looks like Hellraiser in 17th is going to be the first one a lap down. So everybody else, yeah, you have 16 drivers on the lead lap. Hellraiser would become your 17 drivers on the lead lap out of the 21 that started this race.
Blakey T is in 16th, the tail end of that.
Well, Taddy, the ball's in your court right now. Going to line up here first to start stage 3. How you feeling?
I'll tell you at the end of stage 3.
Well, you got an old guy lined up to the outside of you there in second place. Great run for that 74 truck tonight.
The green flag is back out. Stage number 3, the longest stage of the race, is underway.
Yeah.
71 more laps to go.
The good thing about stage 3 is there's 71 to go. You get about 24 laps of fuel. So you don't really have to save, but at the same time, if you push your truck too hard, you might just ruin the tires. So you're going to see some really good racing here in stage 3. It's not really going to be a mileage race.
We are on the 15 truck.
Really good.
Real quick, out of turn 2, the 15 truck got loose, overcorrected, and he is a single car wreck here at the start of stage 3. Tough break for T-Bird in the 15.
3 wide for second place. RJ Smitty on the top. His dad on the bottom there, an old guy. And you got Disaster stuck in the middle.
The 98 not sure who to go with, right behind the 38, and he's trying to fend off the 13 just behind him. If you look back here from the 74 truck.
Yeah, Country Caliber in the 98 sneaking back into things here. Just slowly creeping on up. Got into some trouble there in stage 1. And then spent most of the race trying to fight his way back to a good spot. There he is, fighting for second, third, fourth place.
Bumpers are a bumping. Here's a fresh name to the front of the pack here. The number 32 truck, probably your dad, is just behind old guy 24. He's going to make a move getting inside. They're going to go 3 wide and 3. He backs out wisely. The 74 almost takes his nose off into the turn.
Yeah, this is some of the racing like we saw last night. We were 2, 3 deep, rows back.
The 32 tried to push the envelope there, and the 74 they touched. Now they're both going to lose some spots going into turn 1.
All this fighting has allowed Taddy to get a little bit of a gap there for the lead, but RJ Smitty is now clean and free from that traffic. He's going to try to run down that 00 with a big push down the back straight away from Disaster.
I was just going to say the big push right on Mo Power Disaster. 32 has now gone high, as you have a train of trucks who are using the high line here. Coming out of turn number 4, he's going to get the momentum. The 74, he's all by himself down there, and it's going to be hard to fend this whole line of cars off. Eventually, the 16 of Blake McKee making a pass on the 74 truck. It's a little help out of the 2, as they're going to head down the back straight away. Now the 2 leaves him. They're going to be, the line's going to go high again against the wall. Brian SP, Spectre 24 go low, but now they drift high as well. Nobody wants to stay down in the bottom with the 74 truck. He's just losing spot after spot now.
I feel that pain. The same thing happened to me at one point in last night's race. I just got stuck in that low lane all by myself and lost quite a few spots. So, old guy, I feel you, man.
Let's go back to the 32. As he has cleared a few of those trucks. Now he is just behind the 13. He's in 6th place. 7th place, excuse me. Pushing the Evo B, who is in 6th place, under the 23. Gonna follow the 98. 13 taps the wall, which the 32 makes a base of action. He's gonna get right behind the 13 going into turn number 1.
He's got
And he'll make
pretty hard, but at the same time, they gotta open up their car status and make sure they're not using up too much tire here on the stage. They can make it on 2 stops here in the final stage.
Clear
And that
behind.
is going to be the winning strategy. You do not want to have to stop for a ton.
We have a battle for the lead here. The 00 is going to have a attempt from the 3 of RJ Smitty. He's going to be by himself down low. He had to let him go into the turn, but Aquatati has it coming out.
Clear all around. Left side.
Low Power Disaster is going to follow the 00 as well as the 23 truck.
Clear left.
The 3 may get
there with a pretty defensive line in corner number 1. He didn't go all the way up the wall. He kind of rode that middle lane and pitched RJ Smitty down to that white line where RJ Smitty wouldn't have that momentum to be able to get around him. So good move there. Good defensive driving from Caddy to hold on to this lead.
That's real good strategery out of the 00 truck. But the 3 is hanging tight right there on his back bumper. But both of them have separated a little bit from 3rd place, which is Country Caliber in the 98.
That's the guys that keep an eye on, and he is proving me right here as he's fought his way back all the way up through the field, sitting in 3rd place. Country Caliber. Probably your dad. Sneaking up to 4th, he was the points leader in tonight's race.
Like Jaws coming up from the back.
Still looking for that win.
So he leads the points, does not have a victory, but he has probably the most amount of top fives in the league. You have to double check the stats, but I mean, we're leading at this stage with no wins. You've got that.
Yeah, it started every race so far, all 9 races. He's got 7 top 5s out of those 9 races and 8 top 10s. So incredibly consistent, incredibly powerful finishes there out of that 32 truck, and that's why he is the points leader even without him.
And I do believe the one race he didn't have a top 10 was the race he lagged out of. So he's an internet connection away from a bad finish, that's it. Otherwise, he will be up here at the front as he's trying to make a move on the 98. Following him down the front straightaway, he's going to go higher into the turn, trying to get the momentum off the turn and down the front straightaway.
You know he's hungry for that win, though. It kind of sucks to sit there and be in the points leader and not have a win to back that up. So he's hungry here tonight at Homestead. He's sitting in a great spot to be able to get that done.
What would you prefer, a win or a champion?
Both.
Well, if you can only have one, I might choose the championship.
Well, a win is a good way to be able to get yourself into the championship. So
that is true. Before we had the Cup playoff, I remember in 1984, Terry Labonte won the championship with 3 victories. And then he did it again in 1996, again with only 3 victories. To put that in perspective, Jeff Gordon in 1996 and Mark Martin, if I'm not, it could have been him or Rusty Wallace. I gotta go back and look. Anyway, those 2 drivers amassed for over a third of the victories that year, and Terry Labonte, with 3 wins, won the championship.
Still there. Careful, still there.
and it's starting to bunch up here for the lead as RJ Smitty took a look low again. But here's probably your Tad all the way up to second place, and is now going to look low off for Taddy.
He had the momentum down the front straightaway, and like you said, the 3 was down low. The 32 just stayed in line, and as they got to the turn, he had all that momentum as he went low on the 0-0. We'll see if he can make it stick going into turn 3.
He was in 4th place just like a lap ago. He had shot out of a cannon here right to the front of the field. The 32 truck fighting for the lead with Aquatati.
With the 3 just behind him, giving him a shove down the front straightaway. 32 to lead that lap.
Yeah, the 32 with help from the 3, the 0-0 with help from the 98. A little bit of tandem drafting here at Homestead.
He'll have his preferred line in turns 1 and 2, and he'll get a little distance here. While the 3 and the 0-0 stay side by side, the 98 puts his nose into the mix. The 38 of Low Power Disaster and the 23 just behind them. Low Power Cat, the 23.
Probably your dad said he's not playing around anymore. He's going to the front, and he did just that. He is now your leader. He got around Aquatati, made that move clean, and is now trying to stretch that gap as Aquatati is fighting RJ Smitty now for second place.
Right.
We are on board with Low Power Cat as he trails this front back here.
Taddy able to hang on for now. Clears the 3 truck into turn 3.
RJ Smitty
still hanging.
is a fast truck, but RJ Smitty definitely hasn't been able to just get himself to the lead just as yet.
He hasn't seemed as strong tonight as he has at other tracks, but he is by no means not in position to win. He has still got one of the top trucks in the field. Even if he hasn't led the most laps tonight.
Low Power Cowboy on pit road. Something has happened, something amiss with the 8 truck as he sits here motionless on pit road. Tough break. He was having such a good run.
That's a
Low
shame.
Power D Smith. Low Power D Smith. And the 15 of T-Bird also on pit road.
Oh, the 0-0 Taddy got super loose there off the turn 2. He's going to lose quite a few spots and time.
Yeah, we are on board with Justin Hacker. He's going to go by the 0-0. He's in 8th place now.
Car outside. Top 3 use it.
A little contact with the 0-0 on the 98 there. But Aquatati's going to pull ahead. 53 laps to go as they just crossed the line the last time. We've done 18 laps so far here in stage number 1. McLovin Racing has requested a view on Sludge. We'll give him a view. Let's see. Where is he? There he is. Just behind Justin Hackett. This is a battle for just inside the top 10. 3 wide, it looks like, for 8th place. Or 7th place, as Sludge is in 7th. Spencer 24 trying to make a battle now. Aqua Caddy, who fell back to this group, is trying to draft his way back in front of them all. You see Blakey T in the 16, he led much of stage 2. He pushes the 13 in turn number 3.
This is an absolute cluster right here.
Everybody wants to be in 7th.
Stay to your left.
That has allowed the top 4 to really break away.
All right,
Lurking right there in 4th. The cat. We haven't really mentioned Mo Power Cat too much tonight. Right there.
No, we haven't. We had that trouble early on. He's been hanging around the top 5 here in stage 3.
Caddy loose again off of turn 2.
Well, that's going to cost him maybe the draft here. He's going to try and catch up to Blakey T. He's going in the second pack again.
Draft isn't the tell-all, end-all here tonight, but it certainly helps.
16 is going to pit. He's the first to go down pit road, it appears. This is to the detriment of Aquatati, who now has a much larger gap to gain any draft from.
Seems a bit early.
The 02 is coming off of pit road. SMK Sludge making a pass on the 38. Going to put him in 6th place, just behind the 88 of Justin Hackett.
Yeah, if you pit before about 48, 49 laps to go, you're really going to have to save a lot to be able to make it to the end.
Well, they may not be pitting for fuel, they may be pitting for tire wear. And if you set your car up loose, if you don't have those right side tires wearing efficiently, that right rear is going to go pretty fast.
Yeah, it's just a couple laps early before those guys. Right now, you are going to be on 48 to go, and that's right in prime position to be able to make it on one more stop without really having to conserve all that much.
Your leader is still the number 32 of probably your dad.
Smitty coming in this time.
Yeah, it looks like he gave the sign going down the back straightaway. Puts the caliber just ahead, above him in 2nd. Low Power Cat in 4th and 23.
Oh, probably your dad calls an audible. He comes down pit lane as well. Almost loses it.
Yeah, almost screwed up the 3 as he wasn't expecting the 32 pit. But both do. Oh, Alcatati got sideways on the entrance of pit road. Not sure if that was lag.
I was just outside of the, I got into the pit box, but the wall's so close.
Here come your other 2 leaders, Caliber, Mo Power Cat. They're coming down this time, 1 lap later than the first 2. See how clean they can get on and off pit lane. These guys, they have to use that access road to get off pit lane, and it can be a little bit tricky. It's very narrow.
You can't just punch it. Can't just hold the accelerator down on the way out of pit lane.
You gotta feather that thing around that flat access road. Grass on both sides of it, so
we left the camera on the 32 truck. He's gonna beat the 3 out of pit road. Can he get some distance here? Does he have a better line through the warm-up lane? He does get a little bit of distance. Listening to the engine, I don't hear any lifting. He's gonna pull out ahead of the 3 truck by a pretty wide margin.
Yeah, that was textbook there, getting off the pit lane for the 32 truck.
Looks like the 45 is going to be coming down the pit road this time as he touches the grass a little. Down in turn number 4.
All right, we'll see where the other 2 cycle out in regards to the 32. You see Caliber down there on the access road. Looks like the 32 is going to come out with the lead.
Not sure, but I think the 16 had earned himself back into the top 5 here. We'll see how it irons out, but he's not too far from the 3. In fact, just the 88. I'm sorry, is that the 88 or the 90? Yeah, the 88 is just Hackett. just got in front of Blakey T when he came out.
Yeah, Blakey T did pit a couple laps before these guys and didn't use those fresh tires to his advantage to be able to catch them.
Excellent lap. Good job.
Now on those couple lap older tires, the
Careful,
challenge is
still
to be
there.
holding on to them.
It's like
And you
they
can already,
started with the
you can already
challenge.
tell that the 98 is pulling away
Still
from them.
there.
The challenge from Rocket Tech. That's actually 88 of Justin Hackett right here in front of the 2
Stay
and the
left.
00. Spectre 24 just ahead of them.
Careful, still
And I
there.
don't know if he had a bad pit road entrance or exit, but the 38 of Mopao Disaster was passed by all these guys. All these guys were behind him, and now he's behind all of them. And Blakey T is in fourth. Of the cars he pitted, we're unsure. I think everyone is pitted.
Stay left.
Yes, everyone will have pit at least
All
once by
clear.
now.
Well, let's see if the 16 of Blakey T, Mopao Cat, and
Right
Eagle
side.
B can get together and maybe draft towards the front. Mopao Cat's going to make a pass for the to get into fourth over Blakey T. He probably has a lap or two of fresher
Still
tires.
there.
Yeah, you can tell the difference on the tires right there. Blakey T pit early and is now paying for it as these guys with the fresher tires are getting back around him.
Hold your line. Still there.
Looks like T-Bird's another driver that blew an engine here tonight.
Yes,
Shame.
indeed.
Clear
Usually
right.
a front runner here in the Tuesday night series.
Here's our Butters sighting coming in at turn number 4. He's just behind the 74 of Old Guy 24 and who's in the 34? That's a Mopao.
It's Butters.
That's me. Well, it's not me. It's him.
That's
Mopao
me.
D. Smith. That's number 34. Brian is Speed having one of his better runs tonight. We've seen him near the front a little bit. The Evo V, he is in, I believe that's 6th place. I think RJ Smitty has caught probably your dad. They pit at the same exact time. Nobody has any newer tires or any pressure or anything. They are fairly evenly matched. So let's see if RJ Smitty can use that skill to get himself in front. Taddy, I have a message for you from somebody named McLovin Racing. He wanted to let you know that you are still trapped.
And he's not wrong still.
I am merely the messenger. Merely the messenger.
Oh, that's brutal.
So I felt like it was important, the way he wrote it.
Urgent.
Well, hey, at least Dr. Taddy didn't put the broadcast loose in the middle of the race.
Factual.
It's all right. We got the best gator. We got the best gator in this group.
The real Gator,
Right?
not that wannabe from Pensacola.
Nah, he's probably not even watching. He doesn't
Call yourself a Gator and you're from Pensacola, boy. Get on my level from Gainesville. Born at Shands Hospital in Gainesville, Florida. Get on my level. Yes, I'm
Well,
talking
I'm not-
to you people.
I am not from Florida. I am from New York. But when I was a kid, I hated the Hurricanes and loved the Seminoles.
Oh.
But hey, we can hate the Hurricanes together.
Cute.
Yeah, they're cute lately.
Good, they can stay that way. Anyways, back to the action here. Caliber is he's having a heck of a time trying to run down these top two. They've been drafting together, but he is slowly but surely reeling them in as he is looking right ahead here at probably your dad and RJ Smitty. These are your top three here late in the going at Homestead.
And reminder, Country Caliber had a poor starting spot, and he made some front pretty quick, and he has stayed here.
There is still one pit stop looming for these guys.
Still there.
Probably with around 22, 23, maybe even 24 to go. You'll expect to see these guys on the road. Excuse me.
All clear.
RJ Smitty isn't doing much of attempting to pass the 32. He's pretty content just following in line for right now. The kind of situation with RJ Smitty, you can make the pass on pit road.
Clear behind.
Can't make the pass on pit road.
35 to go.
But at the same time, you cannot make a mistake in getting on or off pit lane. You've seen these guys before. Their speeding penalties, they are
all around.
They're tough. And at this lane, you can't overcome something like that.
I'd like to see in a future game, I doubt we see this in the next game, but pit road practice, where they set you up on like a flying lap, and then you have to just come into pit road and maybe score it in a certain time frame. Because I think a lot of us could do practice like that.
Yeah, it's kind of a challenge scenario.
Right, make it fun, but also at the same time, because every track is different. From Darlington to Indianapolis. You know, they're not all as easy as Pocono to get on, but some of these tracks, you know, it's a little bit different. Dover, that's a much different pit road to get onto.
Yeah, Dover's hard to get on.
And you gotta blow it way down to 35 at Dover.
Oh,
On the 30s.
yeah, he got super loose.
Reed did not make a move though, he was gonna stay right there. Give him a little bump, it looked like, in the middle of the turn. Only halfway through this run now.
Yeah.
SMK Sludge leading the 88 and 38. This looks like it's a battle for, well, it's kind of back there. The battle for ninth with SMK Sludge in the position right now. So 38, who we saw up front most of the day, now finds himself in 11th.
Going to have about 31 laps remaining right here. Still a good chunk of time left in tonight's race.
Here we are on your pole sitter, the double zero of Aquatati. He's following Spectre 24 and Lakey T, and the number 16 Toyota. Lakey T represents the 5th place truck, as Spectre 24 and Aquatati would love to take his place and lead this pack as they run down the leaders. Too wide here for the 16 and 24.
All clear.
You're on board with the double zero. He's going to pick the high line and give that Hooters Chevrolet a big push into 5th.
You got room.
And he's going to make his move down low here into turn number 1.
Yeah, I think what these guys here in the second pack needs is a caution.
They're
going to have to wish a long time for one of those since we don't run them here. They're going to have to hope that one of these leaders, or all of these leaders, have a mistake at some point here in these remaining 30 laps or so.
Well, Aquatati takes 5th place and leads this second pack. His biggest chance would be if the 3 and 32 got together and took out the 98 and who hit them, 16. 16's actually on pit road. Blake UT is going to come down, one of the first cars, trucks to hit pit road in stage 3.
I don't think Blake UT can make it here. It's early for him, so he's going to have a bit of a hard time.
And again, I feel like these guys are fitting to tires. Where they have their truck set up, they are wearing their tires a bit faster. Maybe, these leaders are.
Yeah, there's no way he'll be able to make it from here, so expect to see the 16 truck on pit lane at least one more time. which is unfortunate because he's been really good here tonight, but just using up his stuff too badly.
When probably that touches the line this time by, there will be 27 laps to go. Have that road.
Within the next 5 laps, we'll see these leaders come down pit lane.
And they should make it the rest of the way if they pit with 24 to go or
24 to go opens the window without having to say anything really. 23, 22, 23 to go would be extremely comfortable. And you can even push a little bit on that, but 24, you can make it 24 to go. You just wouldn't be able to be as racy.
what's the fun in that?
None. So I would really like to see these guys be able to make it to 22. There you go. We'll see how
Yeah,
they
nobody else looks like that they've taken the pit road that get only Blakey P as we saw. RJ Smitty, who's still behind probably that. RJ Smitty, we said his name probably more than anybody. He has been in second place most of his race. He hasn't led that much. It's really at all.
I tell you what, though, that 98 is closing in on these guys, and it's not because of himself. He's got some help. That 23 truck of No Power Cat, he has been the fastest truck on the lap the last few laps. He is pushing that 98 truck up on these leaders. Oh, Smitty might be calling audible right here. Might be coming to pit lane. That was a really late signal down the back straightaway.
He might have just got loose, but we'll see if he hits pit road this time.
No, he does. So does Dad.
But they're going to pit a lap earlier at least than Jeffrey Caliber and Mo Power Cat. And they are side by side on pit road. But give it to RJ Smitty. He didn't follow the 32. He got next to it. But then this game won't care. We'll just drive through each other. No one has to slow down to get in their pit lane, to get in their pit spot.
So the next two, they're going to pit this time. Coming in now. Here comes Caliber. Here comes Cat.
You're wearing those tires down, driver. Right side.
Pretty safe entry there for the 98. As well as the rest of the field. This is looking like a caution, and everybody's coming in at the same time.
The 32 looks like he's going to just edge RJ Smitty off of pit lane. We will stay on these two as we get back around the track and see where they blend up with the 98 and the 23 of Mo Power Cat.
That 32 had a really good angle there coming off of that access road as well. Was able to make up a couple of truck lengths there on RJ Smitty.
Well, not as wide of a gap as we saw the last time they pit. But still, he got the edge coming out the pit lane, and he had a better line through the warm-up.
Now the 98 and the 23, they're going to lose a little bit of time on those one-lap older tires, but we'll see how they cycle out here.
98 is already out. He's on the warm-up lane in turns 1 and 2.
Definitely lost some ground to these guys.
It looks like they got passed. Yeah, the 98 is still coming on the back straightaway.
He's going to have a lot of time to make up.
Yeah, they definitely lost time to where they were in conjunction with these two. A lot of time. And the 23 lost even more time. So they're not even together at this point.
That 98 is going to have this 3 truck come up here and battle this 32 for a couple of laps to be able to get that gap back down.
Yeah, and then be disciplined and stay in line and draft each other back up here.
But do not expect to see these leaders on pit road anymore tonight. They pit within that window there that they can make it to the end of the race. So it's all out from here.
Now the question is, when does RJ Smitty try to make his move? Do you just follow and wait for the last couple of laps, or do you try to get out there now with the lap traffic coming in front of you?
If I'm RJ Smitty, I've said it time and time again because it's kind of what I do. I'd just sit there and ride. I'd save my stuff. I wouldn't really worry about the lap traffic right now. I would just be able to save my stuff, hope the 32 burns his stuff up, and be able to make a move at the end. But it is sort of hard to pass here at times, so we'll see how he likes to play this. But it looks like he's just going to stay around the bumper.
when they crossed the line there, it was 20 to
20
go.
laps.
Now
Stay
here
on the
comes
bottom
RJ Smitty
here.
a little low. May not be for a pass, may just be taking the lower line. As you said, taking care of his tires, taking care of the truck. Gets right back in line down the back
That
straightaway.
looks good.
The two cars in front of them are drafting, so it's not as easy to catch them and pass them. It's going to make it that much more arduous once they do catch them to try and get around both of them. The 02 of Laney Fan and the 45 of Brian SP.
This heavy traffic, these leaders are really going to get affected here. Oh, there was some contact right in front of them.
Yeah, the 16 got out of shape, and the 45 went high to avoid them, and everybody else did too. And that put the 32 into the rear of the 45. Didn't look intentional.
That was incredibly close.
But they save it, and they're going to be right back where they were, 1-2, probably that and RJ Smitty.
That was almost a nightmare for your leaders here as the 45 truck gets loose. More contact.
Yeah, the 32 didn't give the most space to the 45. 45, I almost know where else to go.
They're puckered up here through this lap traffic.
Yeah, a little anxiousness may have crooked in there on probably your dad to get around these slower trucks as he almost got into some trouble there. The 3 even gives him a little space down the back straightaway.
I think that was much closer than what he wanted.
Well, here we go. The 3 is going to give a push to the 02.
That 02 is really getting a push. The lap traffic here is really affecting these leaders as the 02 puts the 3 in the wall.
I think the 3 came down on him, actually, the way it looked on our screen here. But yeah, the 02 was down low, and the 3 kind of, I don't know if he was loose. I don't know if he turned deliberately into him, but it looks like Blaine Fan.
The lap traffic here is not playing nice with the leaders, and it has really hurt RJ Smitty. Probably your dad's now got a big lead.
And cars to draft off of. And Country Caliber is in second place.
These leaders are not going to be happy with the way the lap trucks have raced them here on the final stint of the race.
I'll say the first incident looked like just bad timing. The 16 got out of shape, and the leaders and lap cars were coming up on him. But then, yeah, it looked like the lap cars maybe should have let the leaders go by, and they just stayed in their line. It's a bit of an etiquette thing.
I mean, it's not over for these guys second on back, but they're going to need to not fight like they are right now and just ride the line and hope that Draft is going to be able to catch the 32 truck. But it's going to be hard to be able to catch him now.
Yeah, outside of a big mistake out of the 32, that's pretty much his race to lose.
Yeah, 23 truck just got loose and hit the inside wall in the back straightaway, so that's going to eliminate him from contention. So that's one less driver to help the 3 and the 98 get back up there.
We do have the 45 just behind him, but that's a little lap car, not sure if anything's
Probably your dad trying to get around Hellraiser. Hellraiser catches the wall. That was another nervous moment for your leader. But does get around there, so he's got clean air yet again.
We haven't mentioned him in a little while, but Akatati, Spectre 24, SMK Sludge, and Evo D are in a pack.
Still there.
This is the tail end of the top 10 now.
Still there.
Just brutal the way the race played out right here for the leaders, but great for probably your dad. He was able to survive most of it, survive it the easiest there, and he's found himself in prime position. Finally, get the victory lane this season.
Akatati is running in 5th as he leads this pack of cars. That's 6th, 7th, and 8th behind him. Spectre 24 on top of you. Your outside pole sitter, Mo Power Disaster, is kind of having a disaster of a race now as he finds himself at the tail end of the top 10 here, maybe in 10th or 11th. But he was battling the top 5 for much of the early going.
Kind of keeping an eye on this 3 truck right here. I know you kind of drive faster when you're mad, and I know he's probably seeing red right now. So I'm seeing if he
drive
can.
faster when you're mad. You also make more mistakes when you're mad.
I'm seeing. Oh, I drive faster when I'm mad. Trust me. It gives me more motivation to just get back up there. But I'm seeing if he can close that gap to 32. And it's kind of maintained. So advantage 32.
He'll get a little help when he can drop off of the 87, but it's going to be a little bit before he catches him. That black Silverado, the 32 truck, is rolling away from these guys at this time being. Now, Andre Smitty does have help from the 98, but you really need 3 cars in a line to make a significant change in your lap times, especially if you're trying to run somebody down. And obviously 4 or 5 trucks would be better than that, but 2 trucks just don't quite have the same prowess of a draft that's going to, really allow you to catch the guys in front. SMK Sludge now in 6th, just behind Aquatati, got around the Evo B. 02, now he's getting out of the way of these guys. He went down below the white line in the back straightaway. Big push out of the number 2 into the 00 in the middle of the turn. Not usually something you want to do in the middle of the turn, but they made it out all right here. Lakey T, after that mishap in turn 1, looks like he called it quits. Something broke on his Toyota, and he parked it for the evening. Tough break for the 16 camp.
Yeah, he was fast early on, and luck didn't fall his way.
Mopala Cat running in 4th all by himself. He does have a large pack of cars, a gaggle, if you will, led by Aquatati, barreling down on him.
It's quite the gaggle, too. These guys have been fighting hard.
So you've got in line here for a little bit, and that's going to get, now that pack of cars, if they were second place on back, would have a much better shot at running down probably your dad. But as it stands, they're just too far away. They can make a run here at 4th place with Mopala Cat.
Yeah, it's too little too late for these guys back here, but they're still competing for a top 5 finish.
We'll push the line. I will tell you how much they have left. 6 laps when they touch the line there. So when they touch the line this time by, it will be 5 to go. I got almost said it. I got the 87. The 3 has caught him, and I thought there was a 32 real quick. I was about to say, oh my god, the 3 has caught the 32.
No, the 87 stayed out of the way there from Smitty and
5 to go.
Caliber. But the 32, he's got a comfortable gap. So he can just kind of hit his marks and cruise from here. No traffic in front of him, nothing behind him, no pressure.
Yeah, the 98 isn't much of a help, even in the 2-car draft. Can't help from that far back. So the 3 is essentially on his own here. And again, you're going to have to wait and see if the 32 slips up. Maybe runs into another lap car, because that is the only shot RJ Sneed's going to have here. But, like you said earlier, your points leader, probably your dad, does not have a victory. Is tonight the night that he breaks through and gets that first win?
It's looking increasingly likely here, Brink.
I think this lap will be 3 to go.
Yep, this will be 3 to go here.
3 more circuits around the Homestead Raceway here in Homestead, Florida. Just a stone's throw away from South Beach.
That's a long stone throw.
About a 45-minute stone throw.
I don't even think Patrick Mahomes could throw the stone that far.
I can throw it over the mountains over there. Thankfully in Florida, there are no mountains.
Uncle Rico couldn't even throw the stone that far.
2 to go here at Homestead. The Eagle Boost Ford 200.
The 23 caught the 98.
And he did the 98's pace is really falling off here. He kind of used up his stuff there. Trying to catch
save the 3. Aquatati has broken away from that pack as well. He tries to run down that road 2 truck. The 23, full power cat making a move here on Country Caliber.
Yeah, around the outside too.
Guess he's back. Probably your dad. One more time around this famed speedway in southern Florida.
What a victory this is going to be for probably your dad if you can make it around this next half lap.
Tires are getting bald.
He really deserves it, especially after almost getting in trouble with the lap cars and making it through.
He had some help, but he was in position the whole race, so he definitely deserved it.
And don't forget, he was one of those lap savers, fuel savers in stage 2.
Yeah. So probably your dad going to come home, take the victory here tonight at Homestead. RJ Smitty going to come home second. Cat gets third. Country Cow fourth. Aquatati rounding out your top 5.
Way to go, guys. What a race. Good job. Probably your dad. Victory number 1. I'm sure he's super excited.
It's got to feel good to get that monkey off the back.
Hey, real quick, I just want to give a shout to the YouTube deal. There's a guy, Travis, out there. Just private message me. The name's Aquatati on Facebook or Aquatati here on the PSN, and that'll get you in.
There you go. Follow the instructions, Travis Schallenberger, and try and get yourself involved. Well, probably your dad takes his victory lap down pit road. We'll probably be getting out of here. I'll try and get a quick interview with your winner.
Yeah, so probably your dad gets the win. RJ Smitty second, Mopower Cat third, Country Cow fourth, Aquatati your top 5. 6th, SMK Sludge. 7th is going to be Mopower Disaster. 8th is Justin Shackett. 9th is Evo, and rounding out your top 10 is Spanker.
That means
11th is Old Guy. 12th is Butters. 13th, Hellraiser. 14th is going to be Brian SP. And 15th is going to be Heavy Duty. So 16th through 20, these are the guys that have some trouble here tonight. Blaney fan, going to end up 16th. Blakey T.
Man, I had the fastest lap of the race, too. Sorry.
11 laps down and 17th. 18th, T-Bird. 19th, Mopower Cowboy. And 20th, rounding out your field, Mopower D. Smith.
Well, we'll see. We'll get the winner. We'll get the top 2 in here at least, right? If not, we'll get Mopower Cat in here as well if they're around. We'll do a quick interview with your winner here. Victory Circle.
Wait, who do you want?
We'll take the top 2 definitely if you if Mopower Cat wants to come in too. Then that'd be fine.
All right, I'll invite him. And then I'll be headed out of here, so they should be coming.
That is your podium. I think we should start awarding points for fastest lap. I think that's important.
We do actually on the custom side, just not on the slider side.
Gotcha. Well, here he is. Probably your dad as the rest of the top 3 starts to join the booth here. Probably your dad. First of all, congratulations. This is Brickerhouse 17. Good to see you in Victory Lane.
Thank you. Not a good start to the race.